And the Myanmar summit saw the ASEAN leaders adopting the declaration on the realization of the ASEAN community by next year. They also called for a peaceful resolution of the territorial dispute in the South China Sea. Ignacio filed this report.
Leaders of ASEAN agreed on full cooperation to ensure development, peace, and stability in the region. The ASEAN leaders, including President Aquino, concluded the 24th ASEAN Summit in Naypyidaw, Myanmar, adopting the Declaration on Realization of the ASEAN Community by 2015. Leaders pledged to enhance cooperation for the full implementation of the Declaration of the Code of Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea based on the principles of international law, including the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. The Naypyidaw Declaration was issued amidst maritime dispute with China in the West Philippine Sea. Leaders called on all parties to exercise restraint and non-use of force, as well as to avoid making actions that would escalate tensions in the disputed areas.
All parties concerned to exercise self-restraint and avoid actions which could undermine peace and stability in the area, to resolve disputes by peaceful means without threat or use of force. And I think that is very clear. The importance of maintaining peace, stability, maritime security, freedom of navigation in and overflight above the South China Sea.
President Aquino informed ASEAN leaders about the Philippine Memorial to the International Tribunal. The President believed that the UNCLOS is the appropriate venue to resolve the territorial dispute in the West Philippine Sea. He also recognized the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement between the Philippines and the U.S. is a factor to be considered before taking actions in the contested areas.
At the very least, it will be a factor that they will have to consider. But I guess even before we get to that point, from the time I assumed office, we keep hearing everybody talking about adherence to international law. And in this particular case, UNCLOS seems to be the most appropriate law. Talks of exclusive economic zones.
Aside from the Philippines and China, Brunei, Malaysia, Taiwan, and Vietnam have their claims in the South China Sea area.
There were many leaders who were stating their concern, especially given, I think, let me use a phrase used by one of them. I'm not sure exactly, but something to the effect of, it might not be an exact recapitulation. Something about brinkmanship. What was? Did you hear it? Hazardous brinkmanship or dangerous brinkmanship? Something to that effect. Talking about, and of course, the Prime Minister of Vietnam, Tan Dung, enumerated their problems currently, something in the neighborhood of 80 ships, planes, etc., ramming.
ASEAN foreign ministers earlier issued a statement expressing serious concern over increased tensions in the West Philippine Sea. For the People's Television, Ignacio, Naypyidaw, Myanmar.